Yeah, and there's a long story about trying to make it work and trying to fix it. And Bud was saying, "That's okay, go. You can take it. You can take it." But you know, like Bud, you tend to talk that way sometimes when you're excited. And I was terrified and so happy to have made it down on the ground that I really didn't want to go back up in the airplane. But anyway, we didn't. So what happened? The long and short of the story is the first meeting with Rick is Rick gave us his truck, or one of the company trucks. It was not a company truck. And he gave it to us to drive back to Canada. So we had two vehicles. We had Rick's not company truck. It had Rick's not company truck written on the side of the truck. And so we were driving that, and I got to drive Bud's Mercedes, which was, Bud, quite an experience. I don't, you know, I'm digressing, I know, and I won't get into that. But anyway, we drove Rick's truck. He gave us his truck. He didn't know us. And if you look at, you know, guys like myself, I wouldn't give me a truck, you know, to drive back, but he did. Well, by the time we got back to the border, which is another story, I thought to myself, you know, maybe Rick gave us this truck because he's hoping it won't come back. That's kind of, I thought that, you know, but it was the wrong thing to think. So anyway, subsequently, we made it back, we took the truck, and I can't remember what happened after that. We came back down and we got the airplane going, and I think Rob flew back with Jerry, and it was terrifying, and we didn't fix anything, and it was a good experience. Subsequently, Rick and Bud and the whole gang used to come up from Painfield on Armistice Day, and we had a little trailer up there that the Rangers had, which we called ourselves, which means absolutely nothing except a bunch of drunken beer drinking guys that debrief, and that was a good name. And well, thank you. It's true. And truthfully, Rick fit right in with the group. In fact, he was more of a ranger than any of the Canadian ranger guys that had to practice that for a long time. And we had like 13 of us in that little trailer. Do you remember that, Rick, when you became a ranger? I guess we shouldn't talk about that, you know, married and everything like that. But truthfully, it was, you know, 13 of us in the trailer was no big deal, because that's what we do when we come down here for the historic flight. We have one guy that has an airplane, one guy that has a room, and 13 of us bunk in. That's what it's the Canadian way. But anyway, so we've gotten to know Rick and the gang really well, and it's kind of a hands across the border, and I'm so proud to be able to be talking about Rick and him and the wedding and the whole thing, and I think it's fantastic. And the venue for the wedding, when you look at airplanes, we're in a hangar. It's absolutely fantastic, and if I'm toasting the groom, I have to say he's probably one of the most decent, best people I've ever met, and it's an honor for me to be able to call him a friend. Thanks, Rick. To the groom.
Everybody, I'm the little sister, and I can't tell you how happy I am for my sister and Rick. It's been a long time coming, and it was well worth the wait. And I just think my sister is most beautiful and just such a wonderful person. So Rick, you're damn lucky. And you know, when Kim and I grew up, it was just the four of us, pretty small family, and I want to welcome Rick's family and thank you for being really cool. Everybody I've met is just so fun and friendly, so welcome. And lastly, I want to say that may the ins and outs and ups and downs only be between the sheets.
Oh, too funny! Oh, too funny!
What do you mean by that?
Oh, that's good.
Dad, you need to make sure she doesn't get the mic anymore.
Okay. I am the father of the bride. The mother of the bride sits across from me. I'm going to cry. I adopted this girl when she was 3 years old. Her father had been killed in Vietnam. I'd come home from Vietnam. I married her mother. I learned to distrust this girl. We drove up in an AMX from Texas to Washington. She was a 3-year-old. The seat would recline. I let the seat recline. She quit crying. We stopped someplace in Colorado. We left her in the car, shut the door, locked the car because she was still crying. This little girl is absolutely precious. I've loved her from the moment that I've known her, and I'm so thrilled that Rick, though you and I seem to be brothers, because many people think we look each other, we do not look at all alike. There is no resemblance. You are a white boy. I want you to know that right now. But Kimmer has been a precious part of my life. At a point many years ago, she came to me and she said, "Dad, will you not meet the people who date in your uniform?" And I said, "No. I want them to know that I am in charge of their fathers."
With a sidearm.
Kimmer is a beautiful young lady. Rick, you're a treasure. And I'm really happy to welcome you to our small table of friends. I mean, this wedding has been significant. A friend of mine once told me, you never give a general officer an opportunity to speak because you don't know when they're going to quit talking. And the answer is, you're absolutely right. I mean, I can go on for hours and hours. In deference to that, the man who said shut up is my former S3, my former best friend. Kim refers to them as the Uncle Bruces. I want to say thank you very much, Rick. Congratulations.
No, you know what? I really hate it when everybody comes up and talks. So I'm going to say, even though I've known this guy all my life, I'm not going to let him talk. Okay, I'll let him talk one little bit. That's it.
Last person.
Thank you. I first met this guy in August of 1956. So I don't know how many folks here remember 1956, but this guy was standing beside me, actually was probably crawling beside me. And his family, his mom, his sisters, his brothers, taught us all how to love. And to see his family here, from Charlotte, Carolyn, Lori, Cindy, what an honor. Kim, I want to thank you because I've seen this guy, we've cried together, we've laughed together, we've been really, really stupid together. But you know what? You put the smile on his face that I haven't seen in 56 years. So I want to thank you. Thank you everybody for coming out here. It's an honor to be here and to see my best friend happy again. I love you, Rick. Thanks.
Pretty hard to top those. Kim and I would like to thank all of you for coming. We love all of you. It's our friends, it's our family. It's a great, I thank Mr. Sessions for letting us have our wedding here, permitting us. It's just amazing. I mean, what a venue. Look around.
You're starting a tradition.
I just want to say we're trying to start a new trend because I really hate weddings. And I hope you all had a good time. Did everybody have a good time? And with that said, I'm going to switch this mic off because I don't want to hear anybody else. We're going to have the fun. We're going to start the band, and we're going to dance, and we're going to have some drinks. What do you say? Thank you.
Good job, Rick.